A young man lived peacefully with his mother in a small house. She took care of everything for him, cooking his meals, cleaning their home, and making sure he was comfortable. But everything changed when he got married and brought his new wife home to live with them. One evening, the man returned home exhausted from working in the fields all day. He called out to his wife, asking for water to wash himself and dinner to satisfy his hunger. But she remained silent, refusing to respond to him. He called again, growing frustrated, but still she said nothing. Finally, anger rising in his chest, he demanded to know why she was ignoring him. His wife burst into tears. She complained bitterly that his mother made her life unbearable, constantly criticizing her and calling her stupid and lazy. She declared she couldn't continue living under the same roof with the old woman. The man felt torn as he looked at his beautiful wife whom he loved deeply. He tried to calm her down, begging her to be patient and reminding her that his mother was old and wouldn't be with them forever. But his wife refused to listen to reason. She told him there was no dinner because she could not cook, while his mother was always watching and criticizing her every move. When the man explained that he couldn't simply send his own mother away from her own home, his wife gave him an ultimatum. She insisted he must choose between them, declaring that he couldn't have both women in his life. That night, the man went to bed hungry and sleepless. His mind wrestled with an impossible choice. He remembered how his mother had raised him with love, feeding him and caring for him throughout his childhood. Yet his wife was young and beautiful, and he loved her passionately. He couldn't imagine his life without her. The next morning, his wife confronted him again, demanding his decision. When he said he wanted both of them, she shocked him with a horrifying suggestion. She told him to kill his mother, arguing that the old woman would die soon anyway, while they were young and could enjoy many happy years together. The man was horrified by her words, but throughout the day as he worked in the fields, her voice echoed in his mind. Slowly, terrible thoughts began to take root in his heart. He convinced himself that his wife was right, that his mother's life wasn't as important anymore, and that he deserved happiness with his young bride. He decided he would carry his mother up the mountain the next day and throw her off a cliff. When he returned home and told his wife of his decision, she immediately became cheerful and attentive, bringing him water and serving him a feast of all his favorite dishes. Early the next morning, the man woke his mother and told her they were going on a journey up the mountain where the air was cool and refreshing. But when she protested that she was too old to walk such a distance, he offered to carry her. She seemed surprised, but said nothing as her son lifted her onto his back and began the steep climb. At first, the old woman chatted happily, but as they climbed higher and the path grew steeper, she fell silent. The man's heart grew heavier with each step. Then, near the top of the mountain, his mother spoke softly. She told him she understood exactly what he planned to do, but even knowing he intended to kill her, she was still worried about his safety. She pointed to a tree near the cliff's edge and advised him to hold onto a branch when he pushed her over so that he wouldn't fall himself. The man stopped in his tracks, stunned by her words. His mother knew he was going to murder her, yet her only concern was protecting him from harm. She smiled sadly at him and explained that only a mother truly knows what love means. She told him that one day, when he had his own child, he would finally understand what it meant to love someone more than yourself. The man carefully set his mother down and sat beside her, his head in his hands. Shame and realization washed over him like cold water. He thought about how his wife's love was conditional and selfish, demanding he kill his own mother to prove his devotion. But here was his mother facing death, and her heart still held nothing but love and concern for him. He saw clearly now the difference between true love and selfish desire. He thought about his wife's cruelty and manipulation, how she had poisoned his mind and nearly turned him into a murderer. The love he once felt for her disappeared completely, replaced by disgust at her wickedness. His choice became crystal clear. The man lifted his mother onto his back once more and carried her back down the mountain, taking her safely home. He sent his wife away that very day. From then on, he lived peacefully and happily with his mother for many, many years. Grateful that he had learned the true meaning of love before it was too late. He never forgot the moment on the mountain when his mother's selfless love had saved not just her own life, but his soul as well.